Okay. Thank you, Lord God. About 20 more minutes before we start. Good morning din, Lord God. May sound ba ako, Lord God? Type 1 kung merong sound. Wala yata eh. Hi, Mina. May sound ba ako? Do I have an audio? Mina? Do I have an audio? Type 1 kung merong audio. Oh my God. Ay, hindi. Bakit walang audio? Mayroon. Oh, thank you. Kumusta na? Kung mayroon kayong question na mga gusto nyo itanong, magtanong na kayo. Kasi may nag-comment dito sa Afghan issue. Hindi dapat ako mag-ALS eh. So, may nagtanong, okay lang yun, Lord God, dito naman eh. Basta magalang tayo sa isa't isa, okay lang. Kung ano man ang comment nyo, basta magalang pagko-comment nyo, I accept yung mga comments. Wala tayong dinidiscriminate dito. Basta pakiusap lang, magalang lang ang pagkukomento. Hindi katulad ng ibang channel dito na okay lang ang pambabalahura sa kabila. Hello? Bakit walang sound? Okay. High wheel sale prices. In about 15 more minutes, magsisimula na tayo. Thank you for your support. I will always support you. Ilalaglag nyo ang yung mga addresses para makita ng ibang mga viewers ko. Malay nyo, makabingwit kayo ng subscribers. Allow it naman eh. Jason, do you have any earphone? Earphone? Okay, thank you. What you just? Extra earphone. Ay naku, ang problema yung nagtanong wala. So, okay. Yun nga, hindi sila nagbabasa ng Biblia. Mabuti na lang nagbabasa ka. God. Thank you. Pero dito makikita mo magagalang yung mga nagkokomento. Kasi kunti lang nanonood. Gusto ko na yun kasi yung insultuhan ng mga komento. Basta tama lang yung pag-argumento nila, it's acceptable. Kasi importanteng issue ito eh. Yung pagtulong sa kapwa, pagsalba ng buhay, kapakanan ng bansa. Napakahalaga sa akin yan. Ang buhay ay mahalaga. Kaya, salamat Winsel. Dito, diskusyon may matututunan ka. Hindi yung puro siraan ng siraan. Ako rin nanonood dun sa mga channel na yun, pero pagkatapos dun, dapat malaman natin mga positibong ginagawa ng ating bayan at saka ang mga problema ng ating bayan. Ang ginagawa ni PBBM. Dapat, siya, idolo ko si President Apulakay po. Siya ang idolo ko. Kaya naging loyalista po ako. Kaya kung nabutan mo siya, palagay ko karapat dapat lang na maging loyalista ka na suportahan mo si BBM. Hi, Susana J. You know, I will always support those who are supporting me. Nawalan na akong ganang sumuporta doon sa mga parati kong sinusuportahan. Hindi naman sumusuporta sa akin. Kaya yung mga sumusuporta na lang sa akin, susuportahan ko. Paminsan-minsan ko na lang siyang panunuurin. Hindi katulad ng sa inyo. Napapansin nyo siguro na panay ang suporta ko sa inyo. Give and take yan eh, yung pagsuporta. They don't support you, why support them? Di ba? Malapit na, mga 12 minutes na lang. Pero maganda talaga kasi yung isang magaling na kumukontra sa akin, si Red One, nag-research. Pero ipapakita, Winsel, yung totoong sinasabi ko, pag di ako susuportahan, bakit ko na sila susuportahan? Yung sumusuporta lang sa akin, consistent yung pagsuporta ko sa kanila. Okay. So, si Red One, yung isang nagdi-disagree sa akin parate, magaling yun eh. Nagre-research po yun. Hindi yung fake news pag nagdi-disagree. Mayroon siyang basihan. Ako naman, pag nag-disagree sa kanya, mayroon din akong basihan. Okay? Bahala na kayong humusga kung sino ang papanigan nyo saka mga views. Dito hindi ko kayo pinipilit na maniwala sa aking opinion. Pero bihira po akong sumublay. Bihira po akong sumublay. Kaya may matututuhan ka at may matututuhan. So, inaantay ko si Red One. Wala pa siya. He's disappointing me, asking a question and not showing up. Actually, hindi dapat ako magla-live. Nag-comment siya sa replay section. Parang urgent. Kaya, napilitan na ako mag-live. Yung iba siguro, hindi na inaasahan na magla-live na ako ngayon. Pero nag-promise kasi ako noong una na pag may mga comment kayo, sasagutin ko. Sasagutin ko kundi sa actual na live show, sa susunod na live show. Nag-comment siya ngayon, an hour ago. Mayroon siyang na link na sumusuporta sa kanyang argumento. Hindi, ako naman, in the essence of fairness po, i-present ko lahat yung kanyang source ng argumento. So, mapapansin nyo, kung pupunta kayo sa taas, napapansin nyo na ipinit ko ang karamihan sa source niya. Yung ibang nasa dulo, hindi na concerned sa issue ito. So, in about 10 minutes, umpisa na natin. Pero pwede nyo nang umpisahan na basahin. Pasensya na kayo kung mayroon kung read aloud. Kung tatapikin ko yan, read aloud. Somebody's going to read for me. Mas understandable. Kaya lang may mga aberya doon sa read aloud ko. Steve Corey, how are you? Good to see you back. But my moderator is not in. Kung titignan mo ang article assist, tama si Red One. Hindi tayo, wala tayong masasabi sa kanyang komento. Tama siya kung titignan mo as is. Pero may mga underlying facts na dapat i-consider. Tama pala ako. Okay. Red One. So, I will start now. I can't wait for Red One. It's his fault if okay.
In 1975, relocate Afghans. Biden ghosted. In 1975, the U.S. military evacuated nearly 112,000 Vietnamese refugees to Guam. Why wasn't this strategy used now? Chris Gilardi. Share. A U.S. Air Force fire truck sprays water near plane hangars at Andersen Air Force Base in Guam. Justin Sullivan/Getty Images. Hagatnya, Guam. Before the Taliban toppled the U.S.-backed government of Afghanistan, refugee advocates and government insiders had been calling on President Joe Biden to take steps to evacuate Afghans at risk of violence. They offered resources, ideas, and expertise, but for months they received no response. The State Department sluggishly issued special immigrant visas for those who had helped the U.S. military, seemingly with no plan for what to do with the tens of thousands of SIV applicants. and those facing persecution who don't fall under SIV parameters, who would be stranded in Afghanistan when the U.S. troops were gone. This article was published with support from Columbia University's Ira A. Littman Center for Journalism and Civil and Human Rights. Among those willing to help was Governor Lourdes Leon Guerrero of Guam, a U.S. territory in the Western Pacific. On June 12, she sent a letter to Biden. Guam has stood ready to serve as a safe and secure route for this type of humanitarian effort throughout our history.
So, Guam offered to host the Afghan refugees. So, may mga argumento sila. So, bakit ang Pilipinas? Meron palang Guam eh. Di ba nagtataka kayo? That is in 2021. So, pwede naman pala sa Guam eh. Bakit hindi na lang sa Guam? Sasagutin ko yan mamaya. Kaya may punto rin si Red One at saka si Tex Villa. Yung mga dati, may punto. So, hindi mali yung sinasabi. Pwede naman pala sa Guam. Kaya pagpatuloy natin, hindi ko muna re-reactionan
She wrote, "And today, it is no different. I assure you that my administration is prepared to assist should Biden call on Guam to provide safe haven to refugees." She was echoing a plan advocates had been calling for since the spring, the Guam option, which would work around immigration bureaucracy by having the military airlift.
Wait. Sandali lang po. May nakabarya sa recording eh.
Kabul airport unfolded. The federal government finally began contacting non-governmental groups, coordinating more deliberately between agencies, and revving Operation Allies Refuge into overdrive. Chaos predictably ensued, and the evacuation of Afghanistan is ramping up when it should be nearly complete. Amid the ongoing, deadly pandemonium, advocates have wondered why Washington continuously ignored proposals like the Guam option. Arash Azizada, an organizer with Afghans for a Better Tomorrow, a diaspora activist group, told me, the Biden administration's steadfastness in refusing to consider or take action that would mirror the Guam option is costing precious Afghan lives that are at risk with every passing hour. Guam is a major military hub, housing both Air Force and Navy bases, as well as scattered associated facilities. The island holds immense military logistics capabilities, which the United States has employed in the past to facilitate the same kind of end-of-war mass evacuations advocates have been shouting for. Guam makes a lot of sense, said Adam Weinstein, a research fellow at the Quincy Institute for Responsible Statecraft, which, with 15 veteran groups in May, sent a letter to Biden that outlined a history of wartime evacuations to Guam and urged him to use the Department of Defense to begin the project of protecting vulnerable Afghans. Weinstein added that the administration was concerned about bringing people into U.S. territory who might end up in legal limbo. But that has never been a prohibitive issue in the past. In 1975, as the North Vietnamese Army bore down on Saigon, the U.S. military evacuated nearly 112,000 Vietnamese refugees to Guam. Dubbed Operation New Life, the effort involved a task force of federal agencies, which employed an array of legal maneuvers to transport the Vietnamese to Guam, process them there, and eventually admit them into the continental United States as refugees. Unlike Biden, who is already trying to limit expectations on the number of people the U.S. will evacuate from Afghanistan, the New Life Task Force swept up broad swaths of people from Vietnam, even some who didn't want to leave, in an attempt to save face after military defeat, offering them safe haven in the nearest U.S. territory. 20 years later, during Operation Pacific Haven, Guam again played host to transient refugees, this time about 6,600 Iraqis who fled Saddam Hussein's army as it advanced on the previously U.S.-protected Kurdish north. Again, the military didn't need to wait for visa paperwork before the evacuation. The Iraqis were processed on Guam. Current issue. Subscribe today and save up to $129. Though large endeavors, the evacuation phases of New Life and Pacific Haven weren't particularly difficult or costly. The Center for American Progress puts the price of the operations at less than $17,000 and $2,500 per.
Oh. So, doon, makikita nyo, mayroon na palang history ang Guam na taking in refugees. Di ba napapansin nyo, no? Nung Vietnam crisis, tumanggap din tayo ng boat people ng Vietnam. Pero mayroon na palang history ang Guam na pwedeng tumanggap sa mga refugees. So tama si Red One. May mga instances na tumanggap ang check civilian mga. Kaya pinupuri ko si Red One kasi based on research ang kanya argumento. Hindi katulad ng iba na based on research. Tama siya. Tumatanggap ang Guam ng mga refugees. Pero sa research niya, mas lalong napagtibay na kung bakit nag-request ang Amerika sa Philippines na tanggapin ang US. Unang-una, ang population ng Guam is 172,952. So, kukunti. Kung ita-transfer doon yung 50,000 to 70,000 at one time, hindi almost one-third, 70,000 times 3 equals 210,000. Mas more than one-third ang population ng mag-i-increase ang Guam. Kaya ba ng Guam yun? At the same time. Pero still, yung mga Guamanians wanted to take them in. Ibig sabihin, you're not concerned about the security risk. Diba? Guam, nakukunti ang tao na kung may security risk na malilintikan sila. Plus, military base yun eh. The danger of security risk is the danger of terrorism is more great than in the Philippines. Kasi maapektuhan yung military bases nila. Despite that, Guam wants to take them in. Nakakapagtataka, diba? Sexy. Red One. Itong question na ito, si Red One ang nag-post. Bakit kaya? Kung wala masyadong security threat naman pala, bakit sa Pilipinas? Di ba kayo nagtataka? May problema talaga siya. Nasa politika. Napag-alaman ko sa latter part of the issue. Natama ako. Hindi lang yung security issue ang concern ng US. Diba sinabi ko, partly because of the cost. So mas lalong pinagtibay ang aking argumento. the cost is prohibitive. Kaya yung security threat is also, although there's that issue, okay pa rin yung issue yun. Pero that was not the main concern of the United States. It's the cost. Oh, nakikita nyo, tama na naman ako sa aking analysis. Sinabi ko na yun. Noon pa. Maybe it is the cost of handling the refugees or the refugees, yung U.S. employees. Tingnan natin yung latter part of the source of okay, sabi niya. Hindi ko nababasahin yun. Na-read aloud kasi ito po. The Center for American Progress puts the price of the operation at less than 17,000 to 5,000 per person in 2021 US dollars. Per person yun, 17,000. Per person ng US yan, dollars. 2023 na ngayon. Maybe it increased by 20%, so magiging 20,000. Yun ang hindi ako magsisinungaling dito. Ang source nyo is ang source ni Red One, $20,000 per person to take care of one refugee. It might increase pa. So no wonder Guam is willing to take the refugees because of the study. Why? Because it will economically benefit them. 172,000 lang ang population nila. Sabihin mo na nga at 10,000 na lang. At 10,000 times yung sabi niya, source niya, times to. Sabi niya source niya, ganito. Per person for 70,000 US affiliated immigrants. So magkano yun in terms of dollars? 70,000 times 10,000, assuming at 50 pesos per 10,000 times 70,000 is equal to $700 million to process 70,000 immigrants. In terms of pesos, kung 50,000 kung 50 pesos per dollar times 700 million, it will be 3 billion point 750 million. You try to multiply it. 500,000. 700,000. So no wonder the United States is willing to seek help from other countries to reduce the cost. Hindi yung security threat. Kasi right now, the financial status of the US is very shaky. Katatapos lang ng raising of debt ceiling. So any extraordinary cost, and I call this the Afghan issue as the Afghan issue cost as part of the extraordinary cost, will be rejected by the American people. Whoever embarks on this cause to save to Afghan lives will get into trouble. So the Americans want to save lives, but if they can do it with minimal cost, then why not do it? No wonder that they requested PPPM to process not all, some of the Afghan nationals who were formerly U.S. employees. Because the U.S. does not intend to abandon them. Oh, that is the answer to the question on red one. May motibo ba? Yes. May motibo. Para ma-minimize ang gastos. And that was what I pointed out in one of my arguments. Why the U.S. is making that request. Diba? Tama na naman ako. Oh, tama na. Hindi na ko saan nagmamamayabang. Pero tumama na naman ang analysis ko. Hindi yung security ang main reason why they are requesting for the Philippines to process yung mga Amerikano. Yung mga Afghans. Oh, kung 10,000 po ang estimated cost na bawat isang Afghan. Kung 1:1, yung 10,000 na cost, saan na pupunta? Di sa Pilipino. No wonder Guam was interested in getting them. And they will get some. Because mahusay si Presidente Marcos, 1,000 at a time lang. Oh, well, sabihin nyo, my theories are not right. But then, salamat kay Redwan. Mas lang pinatunayan na tama po ako. It's not mainly a security threat. That's why U.S. wanted to request the Philippines to help them out. Biro mo yung gastos nila for that. Kung ikaw ang businessman, kung makakahanap ka ng mas murang mag-process, bakit di mo gagawin? Oh, does that answer your question, that one? I'll go to the next comment. May comment si Texibilia. Oh. Bakit kaya hindi nag-respond si President Biden? In the first place, kaya hindi nag-respond si President Biden kasi political reality hindi kakayanin ng Guam population-wise. Sinabi ko na sa inyo na ang population ng Guam is 172,952 per latest census. Nag-research din ako eh. Tingnan ko kung makukuha ko. Hindi ko makuha right now. But I will show you the research. You can research it. You Google it, the population of Guam. Hindi, baka makuha ko. Sandali lang po. Okay. Yun. Nakikita no? 172,952. Hindi ako nagsisinungaling. Oh. Hindi kakayanin ng Guam. Be realistic about it. Kaya, and, ang gastos nga. Sobrang magastos kung doon i-house. Magbibuild pa sila ng facilities. Why not do it in a country that has cheaper cost? Di ba? Kung businessman ka, Trexie, di ba you're cost conscious po? Siyempre, inaral ni Biden lahat din ang sitwasyon. Kaya humingi siya ng tulong kay President BBM. Sabihin mo ng sa 50,000 po times 10,000. So, that is 500 million po. I-multiply nyo, 500 million. Ang gagastin ng Amerika para sa pag-alaga ng mga Afghan nationals. Saan pupunta yung 500 million nito? That's in 2021 dollars po. Sa Pilipinas, di ba? Di ba one of the considerations of President Marcos is that also? Wala na magko-comment kung bakit nag-request ang US na tayo ang mag-house ng mga Afghan nationals. Based on the research of Red One. I compliment Red One. Saludo ako sa iyo. Pero your research more than confirms why the US requested the Philippines. Sinabi ko na yun, yung una. You did not pay attention to it. You revisit all the arguments that I made. Why the US wants to request the Philippines to. I gave an example pa nga eh. Yung mga businesses, yung Amerika gagamit ng produkto. Why don't they produce the goods themselves? Bakit kailangan sa China pa o sa Vietnam? Because they are cost conscious. Di ba natatandaan niyo yan? Yung argumento ko? Sayang, wala si Red One. I wanted to his comments. Kasi, hindi sana ako magla-live. Pero I promise you, I made the promise that if there is a question in the replay section, that I will answer it immediately to the best of my ability. Or you can go to the replay section. Sayang, wala siya. So, di ba? Texting, it bolster my argument pa. Hindi pala security ang kinatatakutan ng US. It is ang gastos. If you dig deeper. Kasi ang Guam territory are willing to accept the risk of Taliban terrorism. Mas malilindik sila kasi military facilities yun eh. Di maririsk ang military facilities na kung mayroong very grave threat of Afghan national terrorist sleepers. Maski isa lang daw is the argument. Kaya, kung mayroon pa kayong idadagdag na komento, sige na. Magkomento ba kayo kung mali ako? Pero still, hindi pa guaranteed yan. Kasi inaarap pa rin ni Presidente Marcos. Kaya nga ang husay ng ating Presidente, hindi pa dalos-dalos. Inaaral niya. Kung impormasyon na ito, nag-gather ko, yan ay argue ko doon sa mga nagtumututol. Sabi niya, si Sara, tutol din sa pagtanggap. Wala masama doon sa unang-una, si Sara ay Secretary of DepEd. Diba? And DepEd is one of the agencies of the government that PBBM asked to give their opinion. So, sapilitan yun. Si Sara also gave an opinion as per orders of the President. Opinion yun. Pero hindi siya hayagang tumututol kay Presidente na vocally going against the President. She just voiced her opinion based on the consensus of her undersecretaries, opinions ng mga undersecretaries. But she remains loyal pa rin. Unlike some other person na I love, who is vocal in her opposition to the Afghan situation. Ang hinihilan sa kanya opinion. Pag hindi naman siya nagbigay ng opinion, hindi mamasamahan din ni PBBM. Aral ni PBBM ang opinion ni Sara. Baka mas malakas si Sara, makumbisi niya si President Marcos, si PBBM na tanggihan ng request ng US. Pwede mangyari yun. Kasi malapit sila ng dalawa, ni PBBM at saka ni Sara. Alam na, hindi basta-basta magbibigay ng opinion si Sara. Kaya lang, siyempre, na-influensya siya ng mga undersecretaries niya who studied the concept note. Pero wala masama sa ginawa ni Sara. Now that I studied it more carefully, it was just a matter of an opinion. Pero iba na yun pag nagdesisyon si PBBM na she will publicly denounce the decision of the President. Ibang klase na yun. Kasi si Sara, mayroong salsalta. She has remained loyal to PBBM. Loyal doesn't mean that you always agree with each other. Kaya lang pag the commander-in-chief makes a decision, she should, as a good soldier, follow that decision. Di ba? It's funny. Si Sara turns out to be a PBBM loyalist. Well, Amy Marcos turns out to be a DDS, Duterte diehard supporter. Di ba? Nakikita niyo? Si Sara Duterte, sinuwa niya yung tatay niya. Samantalang si Ami, si San Ami, ay sinumay na. Hindi na sinumay. Kinokontra niya ang kapatid niya. Mayroong issue doon kay San Ami. Siyempre, alam natin na mahal na ang mother niya. Who doesn't love his or her mother? Pero, as a parent, ako, ang dandamin ko, as a parent, kung mayroong gathering, gusto ko, lahat doon ay magkakasama-sama. Bakit ngayon, bubukod si Ami sa pag-greet sa mother niya? Mahal niya yun. Di ba it shows something? The resentment of Ami towards her brother is so great that she will attend a function of the Duterte achievement, being there with Sara Duterte. But when it comes to the function of the family to honor her mother, she's not there. Okay. I'm glad though that she, maski mag-isa lang niya, pinunto pa rin niya ang kanyang mother. Pero ang optics po, yung sinasabi ko po dito, ang optics, at least, punta sa kanyang mother. Being a suitable part of an organization means that one has to support a decision which one did not previously agree to. Yeah, tama na naman si DNL. Pwedeng nag-disagree po si Sara. But being part of the organization as a whole, as a team, if you're a team member, you should follow what is the decision of the organization. And this time, the organization is headed by PBBM together with his cabinet members, of which Sara is one of the members. So, if the cabinet generally agrees, there's nothing that Sara can do but to follow the wishes of the cabinet and the president. Even the president sometimes has to follow the wishes of the cabinet members. Otherwise, maglilik po yan. We advised him, but he proceeded, proceeded with his own decision, despite our recommendation to not grant the request of the US. Pag nirecommend ng cabinet na huwag i-grant ang request ng US, therefore, wala na. Magkakaroon po yan ng debate sa kabinete. Yung mga forces ng anti-request and forces ng pro-request. Ang pro-request yung mga economic advisors at saka DFA. Probably not DND. Ang kabilang forces po ay si Nika, headed by former General De Leon, who was the aide-de-camp of Amy Marcos. So it's for certain that he will side with Amy Marcos, the NBI, the PED. So, yan sinasabi ko. So, anong lalong tumibay po yung aking argumento because of the research of Redman. Thank you, Red One. Mahusay ka talaga mag-research. At least, pag, pag, pag nag-argue si Red One, ay mayroong proof na pwede kong i-counter. Kasi hindi ako pwedeng kumonter sa haka-haka lang. Show me the proof. And I will give you my counter argument. So, hindi yung pwede na hindi tatayo tutulong dahil request ng US na problema lang ng US. Okay, that takes care of the problem. Yan ang main issue ko. Yan ang main issue na kung bakit ako nag-live ngayon. Dati, I should have waited for 8:30, about 12 hours from now. But I wanted to respond to Red One. Kasi baka akalain niya, I am escaping the argument. I try to escape from the argument. No, I love arguing with Red One. Kasi magalang na siya. I love arguing with Trek Villa. Kasi magalang siya. Yun ang na-appreciate kong ng mga viewers eh. Yung mga nakikipag-argue na legitimate na hindi yung mag-aarko sa kagad na kung anong sinasabi na. Kung mali, paski, porque hindi ako sangayon, ay tinatawag ko ng fake news. Yung ibang sources. Di ba, pinabulaan ko rin akusasyon na yan. Totoo naman sinasabi ko. Okay, pangalawang topic, is the evidence that Sarah is loyal to the president. Whatever Sarah's critics say is not true with all her pronouncement. Hindi pa nagbabago. Ang sasabihin niyo tungkol sa Afghan, opinion niya yun na hiningi ng ating presidente. She did not violate her loyalty promise to PBBM. Sasabihin ng iba, kaplastikan niya. No, has never been plastic si Sarah. Matapang siya eh. May mga missteps lang si Sarah. I guarantee. I accept that. This is a proper word. That she had some missteps. Meaning her belligerent nature took better of her. Prudence is always the better part when it comes to dealing with sensitive issues. Now, let's go to the second part of my Vice President Sarah congratulates President Marcos for successful first year in office. A story by Elizabeth Marcelo. No copyright is intended. This is only for political analysis and reaction. So, yung pa lang sa unang sentence, malalaman mo na she has remained a steadfast supporter ni President BBM, unlike PBBM's sister na hindi. 1 year na po si PBBM. Ay question ko, may papuri ba si Sen Amy sa kanyang kapatid? Yung mga suporta kay Sen Amy, tanong ko sa kanya na hindi, inaalala lang niya ang kapatid niya. Kaya ganun siya. Kung inaalala niya ang kapatid niya, why don't she or doesn't she issue a statement tungkol sa pag-gobyerno for 1 whole year? PRRD already did it. Successful daw. Good job daw, sabi ni PRRD. Credit to PRRD for accepting the fact na pinagdudulaan ng mga anti-Duterte forces. Kaplastikan daw. Ngayon, sumunod si Sara ngayon. Successful daw ang ating presidente. I don't know meaning mo ng socialist. Sana J. Sinong socialist? Ako ay Hi Jane Bugoy mixed blog. Okay. So, proceeding further. Manila, the Vice President Sara Duterte congratulated President Marcos on her Facebook account yesterday for supposedly, talaga yung mga dilawan na newspapers, supposedly pa. When definitely ang statement na ni Sara, ni VP Sara, na successful. Wala na yung supposedly. Kaya makikita mo sa piece na ito na hindi sumusuporta kay PBBM o kay Sara kasi the word na supposedly ay siningit successful first year in office, especially lauding his determination to fulfill campaign promises. Ibig sabihin, alam ni Sara na pilit niyang pinatutupad ang mga promesa niya during the campaign. Improve the economy, give more jobs. Sabi na noon, motherhood statements siya. Di ba? Nag-improve ang economy. Nag-improve ang job situation in Pilipinas. In fact, the employment rate increased and the unemployment rate decreased. Na-stabilize ang prices. Sinasabi ko sa inyo, inflation is everywhere. Even in the States, the inflation is very prohibitive. Especially for people like us. Who no longer have a great earning potential. We rely on our pensions, which is actually very little compared to our earnings in the past. Masetek nga kayo na si PBBM ang presidente niyo. Presidente natin. Kasi dual citizen po kami. Everybody can see the hard work and perseverance of our beloved president. O beloved president, sabi niya. Ibig sabihin, mahal niya ang presidente. Himay-himayin natin ng paunti-unti. And sinabi ni Sara, ano yan? Sinasabing babaliktad siya, magtatradil siya kay BBB. Hindi ganyan ang ugali ni Sara. siguro na-appreciate niya yung on-the-job training niya na nakukuha niya kay PBBM. The more she becomes loyal to PBM because of the lessons she learns from observing the ways of PBBM. Of our beloved president to continue the positive changes started by the previous administration. Oh, yung mga magagandang changes na ginawa ni President Rodrigo Duterte, ipinagpatuloy ng ating kasalukuyang presidente, si BBM. And Sara Duterte recognizes that. And introduce new programs and projects that would improve the life of our fellow men, the daughter of former President Rodrigo Duterte said. Hindi lang sinabing VP Sara. They had to mention President Rodrigo Duterte to inflame other readers who are anti-Duterte. Kita mo? Subtle lang yung paggawa ng mga periodikong anti-PBBM, anti-Sara Duterte, anti-Duterte. Ganyan ang ginagawa nila to. Mind conditioners. Subtle eh. Instead of saying, said VP Sara, then ang dagan ng former President Rodrigo Duterte. Knowing na may awayan ngayon ang mga loyalista at saka mga Duterte supporters. Hindi mo? Kung basta magbabasa ka lang, hindi mo analyzein yung deeper meaning ng mga sinasabi nila. Umano? Naniniwala ka agad. But they cannot contradict whatever Sara is stating. It's because it's a statement of fact. Okay. New comments pa. Hello po, kuya. So I'm trying to, pasensya na kayo kung I go back and forth kasi ang advice sa akin ng aking moderator is para hindi ako mawala. Ganon gawin ko. Okay. So, meron na naman new comment. Okay, still, greetings lang po. Okay, ito. She said, she is happy. Maligaya siya to be a part of one administration. Maligaya siya na kabahagi ng isang administrasyon that is committed to strengthen the country. That is committed to strengthen the country. Palakasin ang ating bansa. Yun ang ginagawa ng presidente. Nakita niya siguro yung pag-kontra niya sa mga Chinese. Friends to all, enemy to none. Pero that means that in the principle, proprotektahan niya ang ating superioridad. PBBM is going to protect the integrity of our territory, particularly strengthen the country, particularly its economy. So, binigyan ng importansya ni Vice President Sara Duterte ang economy. At sabi ko nga, that is his most significant achievement. From the crisis which the country suffered during the pandemic, most countries did not recover from that crisis. But instead, what happened? The Philippines had the highest gross domestic product in Southeast Asia. In fact, among all the big countries in Asia, tayo ang pinakamalaki. May mas malaking GDP growth yung mga maliliit na bansa. But in Southeast Asia, in nations, tayo ang pinakamalaki. No doubt about it. And that economic trajectory of the Philippines is going to continue. Next year, the aim of the economic managers ay about 8%. So the dream of PBBM of making this country the 16th largest economy in the world is going to be realized once he finishes his term. The blueprint has been placed there, just like what his father did. The blueprint for the progress of the Philippines was there. Minutbol lang ni Cory Aquino dahil sa kanyang galit sa mga Marcos. Pinaka-importante doon yung Bataan Nuclear Plant. Napag-iwanan tayo. Ngayon, yan ang isa sa pinakamalaking problema ng ating presidente. How to lessen the energy and electricity costs, primarily for the business, so that more companies will invest here and more jobs and more income for the Filipino people. Kabit-kabit yan eh. Kaya napakahusay po ng ating presidente. Dapat suportahan natin siya. Huwag natin siyang kukontrahin. Si presidente sa kanyang mga isip, unless na talagang kitang-kita natin na it is going to work against our country. So, wala pa akong nakikita. May mga palpak sa ating gobyerno tulad ng nangyari sa ad ng Department of Tourism. Na, sabi ng iba, sinabutahin ng mga dilawan daw ang iyon para mapahamak si BBM. May mga nagsasabi, pero maliit lang na bagay yun. Pwede makorekt yun. Di ba? Ginagawang masyadong malaking issue ng iba. Pero 50 million is mere drop in the bucket. Hindi nila, in accounting po, there is what we call materiality. Yung kung the amount is material enough to affect the operations of a certain organization, then it is of grave concern. Yan, dito, may concern, pero hindi dapat bigyan ng masyadong emphasis. Okay, dapat na mag-ingat na ang Department of Tourism sa mga pinagbibid nila. And dapat mayroong penalty clause that in case they violate the terms of the agreement, that they are going to pay. So, siguro, hindi na ini-search yun. Kasalanan din ng Department of Trade na hindi ni-search yung penalty clause. Diba? Okay. So, pero pag hindi material, 50 million. That's only $1 million. Ang budget po natin trillion. Kaya, proceed tayo po sa new comment. Hi, Bench Boy. Hi, Ka-Loyal Sign. Yung museum pasasabugin nila. Kagagawa ng mga kanyan. Reds. Let's go. So, hello, Shine. Sana puntahan mo yung first part na argument nila na tungkol sa issue ng Afghans. Ang aking counter-argument. Okay. Sabi niya, Duterte, the concurrent education secretary, likewise commended the Marcos administration's effort to improve the quality of education as well as health services and strengthening foreign relations with various countries. So, nire-recognize ni Vice President Duterte ang achievements ni President Marcos. The Office of the Vice President and the Department of Education are thankful to our President for his support to our programs for all citizens and the Filipino youth. Hindi natin alam, hindi masyadong nan-news yan. Pero todo suporta pala ang suporta niya sa Filipino youth ni President Marcos. Bukas, i-highlight ko yung mga activities ni Sara Duterte. Why, she is also a good vice president. Una, hindi na kinokontra si President Bongbong Marcos. Kailan ba niya kinontra si President Bongbong Marcos? Publicly, Kailan niya pinahiya si President Marcos? Publicly, Meron akong isang kilalang senador dyan na mahal ko naman. Prating kinukontra si President Marcos. Dapat ko ba siyang supportahan? Samantalang magaganda ang ginagawa ng ating presidente? Tanong ko. Susuportahan ko siya kung sa mga gawa niyang iba. Pero pag kontra na sa presidente parati, hindi ko siya susuportahan. Magalit na ako magalit. Yung iba. Kasi sa aking pananaw, una muna ang ating bansa bago ang loyalty mo sa isang tao. Kung nakikita mo maganda ang ginagawa ng ating presidente, tapos kukontrahin mo siya parati. tulad ng RCEP. Hindi ka bumoto. 20 senators agreed with the president. Alam mo ba ang consequence pag hindi tinanggihan ng Senado yung agreement na yun? Parang treaty yun eh. Hindi, para tayong initsepera sa isang organisasyon, no man is an island, sabi nila. No man is an island. Ibig sabihin, tayo mag-isa. Paano natin bebenta yung mga produkto natin? Dahil lang sa galit mo, resentment mo sa kapatid mong nakakabata. Kaya hindi ka sumuporta. Anong kakasing dahilan yan? O sa marigapan. Nung una, ayaw mong pagamit ang pension funds. O, tinanggal. Hindi mo pa rin sinuporta. Hindi ka nga bumuto. Sinabi mo pa nga na hinug sa pilit. Tapos, susuportahan na ka namin. Marami kang nakukumbinsi, Senami, sa pananaw mo. Kasi believe na believe sila sa'yo. Kasi Marcos ka eh. Nandoon ang loyalty ng mga loyalists sa sa'yo. Ang tagal kong pinilit na bigyan ka ng pangunawa. Kinantawan nga ako ng DNL. Tama, hindi ko mabiblame si DNL. He made a good point. Let us make Sanami feel and realize that what she has been doing is wrong. Otherwise, the more she convinces people to run PBBM as a puppet of the United States, as someone who is not intelligent enough to lead our country, like one of our viewers stated, it's going to be worse for our government. Mahihirapan po si PBBM. That's why I am steadfast in my conclusion that we should select who to support, and that is PBBM. If you love our country, there's no in between. If she changes, well, being Marcos Royes, I will again support her. But as of now, no. Many will hate me for this. Kala ko ba loyalist ka? Sabi niya sa akin. I have proven myself to be a loyalist. As I have mentioned time and again, that I was willing to lay down my life for President Marcos the Sr. But my love of our country, of our native country, is greater than my love for any Marcos, even PBBM for that matter. It so happens that PBBM, from my perspective, is truly in love with our nation of the Philippines. Mahal na talaga ang Pilipinas. Yung resentment niya sa Americans when they were kicked out of power didn't matter to him as long as he can preserve the territorial integrity of our nation. Hindi porque Amerika yan, nagalit ka, pagiging anti-American ka parati. That is not a sign of a good leader. Hindi malawak ang pangunawa mo. Selfish interest lang. And emotion ang ginagamit mo sa pag-decide. No way. Mas pinabibilib nga ako ngayon ni Sara eh. May mga missteps siya, pero the loyalty is there. The loyalty of Sara to the president is there. Nag-iiba siya. Time will change siguro kung magkakaroon ng diferensya sa masyado ng presidente. Baka Sara will turn against PBBM, but I don't see that happening because the president Bongbong Marcos will never do anything that is bad for our country, to the best of my analysis and belief. Ewan ko sa inyo, you're so blind in your loyalty to a person that you do not realize, don't see the real truth about the political issues and situation. That's why mali-mali sometimes ang analysis nyo. Your belief sometimes pa nga, mas naniniwala kayo sa sinasabi ng ibang vloggers na hindi naman nagre-research. Samantalang ang vlogger na parating tama ang kanyang analysis kukunti ang nanonood. Funny, ha? Okay, tuloy natin. That was the last. So, what did you notice po? Okay, to recap the discussion. For those new, nag-research si Red One. Maganda research niya, admittedly. Maganda research niya. Sabi niya, ang Guam pala ay tatanggap ng mga refugees. Bakit kaya hindi pumayag si Biden? Hindi nag-respond si Biden according to Trixie. Maganda argumento ni Red One. This is only a recap for those who just came in. Nga, kung to, it turns out na tama pala ako. Na hindi po ang security threat ang main issue. Kasi ang Guam, tatanggap. Tangingat ba naman yung governor ng Guam na tatanggapin ng mga Afghans ay mayroon yung grave security threat? Sipin nyo. Hindi tanga. Ang reason hindi sinabi sa article na yun, ang reason pala is because Guam will benefit from accepting refugees. The Afghan nationals who were employed by the U.S. government. Unang-una, almost safe kasi vetted po yung mga incoming national Afghans. Pangalawa, ang laki ng gagasusin ng US per person po. 17,000 ang original. With 10,000. Kung sa 10,000 na lang yung bawat isang Afghan gagastusan ng Amerika ng $10,000. Multiply mo by, let's say, 50,000. The original estimate is 70,000. Hindi, 700 million yun. Multiply mo by 50, hindi na yung 56. Di 3.5 billion po yun. America right now is a dire financial state. So, hindi ba natural lang na Biden being the chief executive of the organization or serving business is going to look for a cheaper alternative? Yung pala ang dahilan for the request. Problema nga ng US, pero it's not the security threat. It's the cost. Kasi, nakita na natin na US territory is willing to accept. So, yung argumento nila na kan, it's a US problem. So, US problem alone to solve it did not really come into the equation. So, yan ang iwewe ngayon ni President Marcos. Sa okay. Okay. Good morning, Jack. Everyone had to do my grocery. Come, Miss Maribel Sabara, for your benefit, i-recap po. It turns out that the US government pala is making a request sa Philippines because of the cost. Hindi yung security threat. Oh, this is for you, Miss Maribel Sabara. You're special to me. Kasi ang Guam is willing to take in the Afghan nationals. Kasi it will benefit them. Hindi pala yung security. Although it's a concern for the Philippines. Yeah. But it's not the main concern ng US. Ang concern po nila ay yung cost. Bawat gagastusin sa Afghan nationals ay 10,000 po. Times 50,000. Di 500,000 na yun? Ay $500 million? Times 50, hindi na sa 56. Di 2.5 billion. Eh kung 70,000, that 3.5 billion pesos. Imagine ang infusion ng money sa Philippines. So now we understand why Biden made that request to lessen the cost. He wants a cheaper place to process the Afghan nationals. Oh. So that's for your benefit. If you want, you can read all the Guam is a it's a territory po. It's a territory. Hindi po siya state. But still part of the US. Hindi mo tatanggapin pala ng Guam? Pero hindi tinanggap ni Biden because the cost is prohibitive. 10,000 po per person. Ganun pala. Salamat tayo kay Redman sa kanyang research. I give my credit to Redman po. Kaso wala siya dito eh. I hope he finds another reason to contradict me. Wala na yung security threat masyado. Wala na yung US request, problema ng US, hindi natin sila tulungan. Kasi pinakita ko sa inyo noon sa photo session nila na talagang President Marcos wants to force a stronger alliance with the US because of his problems region ng natin concerning West Philippine Sea. Ngayon, proven through his research na ang one of the main reasons pala ay ang cost. Oh. So, thank you, Miss Maribel, for at least discuss ko rin yung loyalty ni BP Sara at saka ang difference between BP Sara and Senaimi. I hope you, for those who came in late, will replay the arguments for and against the Afghan nationals. Kasi I read yung first part of the link provided by Red One. Credit to Red One. Thank you, Red One. Okay, salamat po. I hope you learned something today. That I was right all along. Hindi ako nagmamayabang. Pero I was right all along. Na possibly ang reason why they chose the Philippines is because cheaper ang cost. Mali ba ang political analysis ko again? Okay, thank you very much. I love you all. Thank you for bearing with this old man. Ay, nako. Sayang, Redon. Wala ka. I did it for you. Hindi ako, Oh, yeah. But then, yes, you're right. Only the president can change it. Yeah, that is the right attitude. If you believe that, if you believe your stand, go for it. But respect the decision of the president. That is almost my point of view. I stand on my point of view. But if the president goes against my point of view, I will still support him. There's no problem, Miss Maribel. I'm glad that you are strong enough to stand by your position. But more and more, my argument is starting to look better. Okay, thank you all. Bye. See you next time.